Chippy didn't know what hit him, and his owner did not see it coming, and yet a few seconds of their lives changed it dramatically. Hello, my name is Bill Sparks, and I'm the director of Gilead Ministries. Gilead is a unique nonprofit that reaches out to cancer patients, long-term illness patients, and their families. And I found that the Chippy the parakeet story is the best way to describe to you what Gilead Ministries does. Chippy was the favorite pet of a lady in Galveston, Texas. Each time she needed to clean the cage, she would get out the vacuum cleaner and vacuum the bottom of his cage. One day as she was vacuuming the bottom of his cage, the telephone rang. She turned to answer the phone and forgot to take the hose out of the cage. About that time, she heard a horrible noise and realized that she had sucked Chippy into the vacuum cleaner. She frantically hung up the phone and ran to the vacuum canister and opened it up, and there sat Chippy, stunned and dirty, but still alive. She grabbed him up and ran to the bathroom, knowing that the dirt would kill him if she didn't get it washed off. She held him underneath the faucet, turned it on, and proceeded to wash him. About 30 seconds into the washing, she realized she had turned on just the cold water. She thought to herself, I've sucked Chippy in a vacuum cleaner nearly killing him. Now I've nearly frozen him to death. I've got to warm him up if he's going to survive. About that time she realized she's in the bathroom. She did the obvious thing, something you and I might do. She plugged in the hair dryer. She proceeded to hold Chippy upside down by his little feet, blow dry him, and put him back in his cage. You see, a few days later, the newspaper reporter who found out about this called and asked some questions to write this in a newspaper. And this is the last question he asked. He says, how's Chippy doing now? She said, well, he sits and he stares a lot, doesn't sing as much as he used to, but he seems to be doing fine. See, that describes the people that Gilead Ministry serves. One morning they get up and it's a doctor visit, or maybe it's an emergency room visit, and there's been tests and blood drawn, MRIs, and all kinds of things that they went through. And all of a sudden the doctor sits down, looks them in the eye and says, it's ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, or it's cancer, or it's some other life-threatening disease. And all of a sudden, the cold realities begin to set in. The difficulty of facing a life-threatening disease, the loss of hair, the loss of income, the struggle within the family, and the strife of what to treat, what not to treat, and how to go about it. All the information they're given just kind of goes and kind of creates these cold realities of what do I do and what do I choose. About that time, along come well-meaning individuals like you and I, sometimes people of faith. And what they'll say is, you know what, if you just pray, it'll get better. Or oftentimes they'll say, you know, if you pray and believe in faith, God will heal you. And even some say something as silly as, you know, Aunt Sally had that and she died. I got to tell you, between the cold realities and the hot air, it steals their song. Gilead Ministries exists for one reason and one reason alone. And that is to return the song back to the lives of cancer, long-term illness patients and their families where the song has been stolen. We do that through three things. We call them the 3 B's. The first B is we build a relationship with them. We let them define that relationship. What they want, we do. What they don't want, we don't push. We want to respect them where they're at and meet them where their need is. Secondly is we bear a burden. We do that through a number of things. Through cards, over 20,000 a year that are sent to patients in their home. Through home projects where the students go in and help in a practical way locally here where our office is located at. Through telephone calls where we call up to 200 cancer patients, long-term illness patients, and their families per month. And also through gift bags, over 1,200 this year in 7 different locations and 40 home deliveries over the Christmas holiday this past year. The third thing we do is, and the third B is, we bring a message of hope. So we build a relationship, we bear a burden, and we bring a message of hope. And the message of hope we bring is this: there is something bigger than what you're facing. And it's not a something, but a someone. And we want to show His love to you. We want to come alongside of you in His name. We want to encourage you and be a part of the process of your journey to help you get through it. Thank you so much for allowing me to share Gilead Ministries with you. And through these 3 B's, we have seen lives changed over and over again. And I invite you to join us in changing lives. Maybe you want to do that through volunteering. Or maybe you want to do that through becoming a financial partner. Either one, you will get to see firsthand how lives are changed and how the song is returned to families as you then share the journey with us, with those that face these difficult times. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you, and you have a great day.